manufacture plastic and distribute it and heavy goods and people around the world, you know. And I realized that's what I do physically in the world with regard to the earth, with regard to physical things in the world. I manufacture plastic. I'm a plastic manufacturer. And I had never thought that I'd end up being a plastic manufacturer in my life. So it was a really interesting fuck. And I transport heavy goods and people around the world, so therefore I burn loads of fuel, you know. And I remember doing sort of a rough calculation of sort of the tour I did last year, and the fuel that I burnt, or was partially responsible for burning, was like, would completely fill this building here, you know. And I would never, if we filled this building up with a whole pile of fuel, say, hey guys, let's just burn this fuel. Just go to the middle of a field and let's just burn it. Wouldn't it be, we have a big bonfire. It would be like, I'd go, what? It just feels like a sick idea, yet I do it in what I do without noticing that I do it. And I think that's kind of, that's where I come from with all of this stuff, is that I've been doing stuff that I don't even notice that I'm doing because it's all kind of covered up with glass. So I've been working on, I thought, how can I change this? What can I do? I can stop touring, I can I can just die, you know. And then I thought, no, if I die, I'm going to give off carbon anyway, so it's... So I thought, I am alive, we are alive so far, we're still alive, you know, and that's interesting. And I thought, well, what do I do? I do this thing that I do. How can I, through what I do, actually give something back, as opposed to be taking from nature all the time? You know, taking the stuff that is used to make the plastic, taking the oil, you know, and adding to this gobbling up of green spaces that's been happening. And so I'm making a record with a bunch of friends. The idea is just to, whatever money is generated from that record, is just to give back in some way. And this morning you know, it's just a small little thing we did with a bunch of kids from the kindergarten, but it was really nice, you know. We just went down and put some trees into the ground and got down on our hands and knees and put the soil in around it, and there's just something nice about that. And I've noticed that I have to schedule that into my days so that I do it, because I've got such a habit of just being lost in the glossy stuff, and for, you know, that I actually have to schedule stuff like that in, and it's now becoming a bit of a habit, and I'm noticing that I'm much happier for it. Anyway, this song is I wrote in a friend's apartment. It was one of these new apartments that they had built in Dublin, and it was right beside this cathedral, this called Christ Church Cathedral. The cathedral had been built hundreds of years ago, and the apartment had just been built recently. You know, nowadays we have these big machines, cranes, incredible technology, and for whatever strange reason, the buildings that we're building are shit, you know. And like in 100 years' time, that apartment, there's no way it's going to still be there. It's one of these cardboard walls, just, you know. And the cathedral is this strong, incredible, and beautiful building, you know. The apartment was just this ugly, cheap, somebody wanted to make money fast out of it, you know. So I wrote this song in his apartment, staring out the window at the cathedral. All the chests reveal themselves like a crack in a wall, starting small, and they grow in time. We all seem to need the help of someone else to mend that shelf of too many books. Read me your favorite line. Papa went to other lands and he found someone who understands the ticking Western man's need to cry. He came back the other day, yeah, you know, and he swore to God his life had changed. But some things, they stay the same. Like time